Yo, 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 what's good? Scooter Powell, the casual boxing fan, coming to you live, casual boxing talk, aka, well, I guess I'm kind of the ghostwriter of boxing. Yeah, so I mean, I predicted Roach to win the fight last night. One hell of a fight, by the way. One hell of a fight, by the way. I was thoroughly entertained, man. It was a great fight. Both fighters showed up, showed out, put on a great performance. I can't be mad at that. And honestly, man, like from what I looked at with Roach, I don't know why he wanted to go blow for blow with Pitbull early on. He was really believing that hype he was talking. He thought he was going to go in there at 140 for the first time and knock Pitbull out. He was fighting like he was trying to do that, which was a mistake because Younger got dropped. I mean, and they said it was the first knockdown in his career. It wasn't. The first knockdown, right, was against my man's Jamel Herring, but the ref didn't count it. But he got dropped on the check hook coming in. Doobie Jones, what's good? Doobie Jones, what's good? Yeah, so what'd you think of that fight last night, Slim? What'd you think about that? What you think of that fight? Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Smitty, what's good? Yeah, yeah, Herring, you right. Herring was really the first time he got dropped, but they didn't call that. And my honest opinion, one hell of a fight. Yo, Keon, salute. Yo, real talk though. I think Pitbull won that fight too, Slim. I think he won the fight too. Yerd, what's good? Yeah, yeah. But yo, man, I'm telling y'all, man, like Pitbull took the first half of that fight easy. Even dropped him, right? He brought the fight to Lamont. He was going in. He dropped Slim. Swole his lip up, start tatting him up, and Lamont Roach Jr. started fighting the fight he should have been fighting the whole time. He made adjustments. He made the proper adjustments. He had Busy Bone in the corner. Busy Bone, one hell of a trainer, apparently. You know what I'm saying? Like, he made the adjustments, and Lamont started fighting the fight he should have been fighting the whole time. Using that jab, forcing Pitbull to reset, and turning him, right? And check hooking him off that pivot. He fought the exact same fight. I said, and Zed Brooks Multimedia is hiding, by the way. He's hiding. Because we all know how he feel about Lamont Roach Jr. He's hiding, right? Because Lamont Roach listened to dudes like him and got dropped. Got dropped early on. Listening to dudes like Zed Brooks Multimedia. Horrible advice. Ryan Anthony say Roach won. Salute. Boom. Yeah, yo, let's talk. It was a great fight, man. It was a great fight, close fight. Lamont won, but not mad. Not mad at the draw. Mont made the fight better than made it harder than it needed to be. He did. He did that, and that's my point. He went in there trying to bang with Pitbull and paid the price. That like I don't know what he was thinking when he first went in there, but he played right into Pitbull's hands. Pitbull was lighting him up. Lighten him up. It went down exactly how I said, except for the ending, right? Had Lamont Roach Jr. fought the entire fight like he did in the second half, he would have won. He would have won that fight, Slim. He got nobody to be mad at but himself. And the drop was hilarious because back in the day, a nigga get hit so hard, he just turned around and start running. That's what it looked like. I mean, I know it ain't go down like that. He got knocked off balance. He caught his balance and he spun and then started running. But it looked like, you know what I'm saying? Remember back in elementary school, a nigga get hit so hard, he decided he don't want to fight no more. He just started running home. That's what that shit looked like. I ain't saying that's what it was. I'm saying that's what it looked like. Pitbull had this nigga about to run home. Real talk. Nah, Roach is not trash, fam. Come on, man. James McMillian. Roach is not trash. Roach proved he can box. He made the proper adjustments. He stepped up when he had to. He did what I said he should have done from before in my predictions. You know what I'm saying? Use the jab, right? Catch and shoot, turn him, keep him resetting. Because he was forcing Pitbull to have to grab him. You know, and Pitbull kept hitting him. Pitbull was fighting dirty, but Roach, he had a point. Roach hit him with the headbutt, you know. So he said he gonna keep fighting dirty. Roach was hitting him in the back of the head. I mean, he got that tight guard, you know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Your favorite barber, what's good, fam? Yeah. So, I mean, like, what can I say? One hell of a fight. That part I did predict was one hell of a fight. Yeah, man. Like, he paying the cost for that draw tour thing, man. And like, you see how karma worked? He had the same injury Tank had against the same fighter. Broken hand. And it showed me Tank was a better boxer. Because Tank handled Pitbull better with a broken hand. He sure enough did. But you know, that's two different fights. I ain't going to dwell on that. But I'm just pointing that out, though. I'm definitely going to point that out, though. Yo, my bad, what's that? Dyke, my man Dyke. I got somebody pulling up. Yo, who that is? Oh, it's my nigga Wall Street.
Yo, what's good, man?
What's good, fam?
I'm here, man.
Yeah, good to have you back, fam. Good to have you back. Yo, man, I sent out the invite because Zed Brooks Multimedia is hiding. Like it's because of niggas like him, his boy got dropped, right? He had his boy believing he could go in there and knock out Pitbull Cruz. He got dropped because of that shit. He got beat up in the first few rounds, in the first 6 rounds, he got beat up. It was at one point, he turned around, he thought they was on the schoolyard, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got hit so hard, he turned around and started running away.
In
right?
the fight.
But then he in the fight, yeah. But he had Busy Bone in the corner, and he made the proper adjustments, and he fought the way he should have.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. James McMillian, yo, I'm not gonna get on the Roach's trash train, bro, because I don't think he is. I totally disagree with that narrative that Lamont Roach Jr. is trash. Like, if anything, he showed he could box. Ryan Anthony saying Roach got robbed, another draw. Well, he fucking with the PBC, fam. You fucking with the PBC. Like, it's like they had no choice. You got dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's good with you, Wall Street?
Man, I'm just here updating. The only thing that changes your perspective, you know?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna add. I want to get you into the convo on something, but I want to answer these questions in the chat real quick, man.
Most definitely, yeah.
Yo, Renard Wells, where's Zed? Zed Brooks Multimedia is hiding. He's hiding because niggas like him, right, was all in his man's ear, Lamont Roach, and caused him to get dropped. They really had. I understand building a fighter's confidence, right? But you got to be a realist about it. It was no way he was going to 140 and knocking out Pitbull. He started that fight like he was trying to knock out Pitbull, and he found out otherwise. Boxing always reveals the truth. You understand what I'm saying?
I like that.
Hey, yo, Wall Street.
Yeah.
Wall Street. I'm gonna have to ask you to mute real quick. Can you mute? Can you mute your sound?
Yeah.
You kind of fucking the sound up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, boxing always reveals the truth, fam. Boom. Dyke, what's good? I need 16 more podcasts before the next fight. Yo, I'm on it, fam. Today I was insisting that Zed Brooks Multimedia join the podcast. He hiding. He's pretending to be sick. He's hiding, right? He was acting like he didn't see the fight when we know he saw the fight, right? So I mean, like, what can you do? We all know how emotionally attached he is to Lamont Roach Jr. You know, he's friends with the family, all that type of stuff. So we know how emotionally attached he is. So watching this youngin get mopped for 6 rounds because of some bad advice that he was co-signing, you know, that's gonna feel away. That's gonna feel away. Ryan Anthony. Yeah, he say he's sick. He say he's sick. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. James McMillian, hilarious, right? Yo, boom, boom. He didn't get robbed. Y'all serious. Come on. Yo, I think Pitbull won that fight. Real talk. I think Pitbull won that fight. C Money, what's good? What up, Scoop? Zed probably holding the ice on Lamont, holding the ice on Lamont head right there. Real talk, man. That nigga, that's the first time I seen a nigga do the press conference with an ice rag. That nigga was sucking on ice in that press conference. That was hilarious, Brody. Hilarious. Yo, Ryan Anthony, it was a close fight, just like I said it was gonna be. Just like I knew it was gonna be a close fight. And if Lamont Roach and Busy Bone had listened to me, he would have won that fight. Go back and look at the live before the fight. Everything I said was right except for the outcome. Real talk. I knew he wasn't gonna knock him out. I knew it was gonna be a hell of a fight. I knew Pitbull was gonna be catching him with them hooks, right? I knew Pitbull had the tight guard. It was gonna be a puzzle. But I knew Lamont Roach Jr. had the tools to make him pay. And I knew Pitbull was facing a dude who was slow on his feet, so he was going to get some hits in. It was everything I said it was. And when Lamont Roach Jr. and Busy Bone listened to what I was saying, using the jab, keep turning them, right? You was keep them resetting, they was having success. I don't know what they was thinking in the first half of that fight. Ryan Anthony, Pitbull was running from Roach. Now, it's because they made adjustments, Ryan Anthony. If you look at it, Roach started utilizing that jab in the second half of that fight. Roach, even though his feet are slow, right, he kept giving them angles. He had Pitbull looking for angles because Pitbull was getting frustrated. He kept turning them, kept catching them with that check hook, right? And I mean, like, it was a damn good fight. Like, I think they should run it back. Honestly. Ben Baker, what's good? I truly think they need to run that back. Yeah. They truly need to run that back, fam. What y'all talking about in the chat? James McMillian, Shakur will sleep Roach. Facts. Nah, he wouldn't sleep him. He'd outbox him, though. Roach is too flat-footed and too slow on his feet to deal with the likes of a Shakur Stevenson, a dude who can literally, like, do all types of spectacular shit with his feet in the ring. Shakur can bounce off the ropes, spin around like Michael Jackson, hit you with a hook, right? Run by you, throw the quick check hook and keep running in the same direction. Shakur can bounce off the ropes, right? This nigga's so slow that Shakur would be able to literally bounce off the ropes, run by him, throw the hook in mid-stride, and keep running to the other turnbuckle. Bounce off the ropes again, right? Run by him again, throw the uppercut, right? Slip under him, spin, bounce off the ropes again. Like, that nigga's that slow. Shakur would literally dance circles around Lamont Roach. Shakur is definitely down to fight him now after this T.O. fight. The T.O. fight, I think, is going to be like the toughest fight in his career. But I think Shakur literally dances circles around Lamont Roach. He'll take advantage of all his weaknesses. Come on, man. James McMillian, you wildin', bro. You wildin', Brody. You wildin'. You wildin'. Say Boots versus Roach. Why you want to do that to Lamont, man? Why you want to do that to Lamont? Come on, man. I know you joking, fam. I know you joking. Oh, yeah. Ryan Anthony, Shakur versus Tank is the only fight, in my opinion. That's the fight that's got to happen. Shakur versus Tank is the only fight. And yes, Tank is ducking Shakur. He's ducking Shakur because he don't like him as a person. I think that's some fuck shit. I think you need to fight the man. You got this Saudi billionaire who putting bags on the table. Fight the nigga. But you don't want to fight him. It is what it is. And I know it ain't because you scared, Tank. It's because you don't like the nigga. But I'm from the school, if you don't like a nigga, fight him. If you don't like the nigga, fight him. Ryan Anthony, Shakur versus Haney. It's a great fight too. Yeah, Shakur would have to go to 47 to fight there. But I was looking at Mickey Bay on Mill City. Mickey Bay didn't, I mean, you know how I be reading body language. So I might be wrong. I be reading speech patterns and body language. It seemed like Mickey Bay got Shakur in that. Even though I know he ain't say that. Mickey Bay like, yeah, that's a fight for them down the line. When niggas say shit like that, they like, yeah, I don't want my youngin' to fight him yet. Boom. The Willie Thomas, what's good, fam? What's good? Boom, boom. Shakur versus Keyshawn. Yo, Mac. Yo, Mac Black. Mac Black Wells. Yo, Shakur versus Keyshawn fight. And Shakur is afraid of, that's the one fight Shakur Stevenson is afraid of. Like he know for legacy in a bag, he gotta fight Tank. But he actually fears fighting Keyshawn Davis. Because he's smart enough to know what's gonna happen. That's gonna be truly his toughest fight because of speed, athleticism, familiarity. That's the key. And you know Keyshawn can box, but he got a nasty mentality. And Keyshawn can snap on you. And that familiarity, man, like I'm telling you. Boom, boom. Okay, Cody Cry said you did a whole BS video about Tank not getting the fight because he exposed Jake Paul. Hey, your boy is a woman basher. All right, man. So I mean, you want to dive into that? I mean, you're obviously down with the Jake Paul crew. So that tells me that you're not really a boxing fan, right? You a social mediaite. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let's get Wall Street done froze up. Let's get him up out of here. Boom. So you're not really a boxing fan, right? So I'm gonna talk to Coda Cry real quick. And like, if you want to talk allegations, like we got to look at everybody. Jake Paul has very serious allegations that he allegedly paid to make go away, right? And if you want to know what Jake Paul's allegations are, the woman's name is Justine Paradise. The video is called Trigger Warning. It's on YouTube. So if you want to go there, they both, if it's not in a criminal court, you won't hear me saying Jake Paul did that shit, right? Because it never went to criminal court, right? Shorty made an allegation. It never went to criminal court. Same thing with Tank. So now that we rule that part out, because we are in America, where a man is innocent until proven guilty, but people like Coda Cry don't believe that applies to black people for some reason, you know? So where a man is innocent till proven guilty, Jake didn't do it and Tank didn't do it until they said they did it in criminal court. That's what I'm saying, right? So now let's look at the facts. Jake Paul was already lined up to fight Anthony Joshua. He thought Tank Davis was in a desperate situation because he couldn't get a big fight. And Lamont Roach Jr. made him look bad, right? Tank Davis called him out publicly and said, oh, this is scripted, huh? This pissed Jake Paul off. And they realized Tank was not going to follow the script. This is what really happened. And if you want to ignore the receipts, Coda Cry, I mean, I posted all the receipts. Yeah. So you can call it bullshit if you want, but it's a detailed breakdown. And the fact that you're a denialist of it tells me everything I need to know. I could see if I was just saying it without receipts, right? So Jake Paul has to go to this Anthony Joshua fight, and he still wants an advantage over Joshua. He wants to weight drain Joshua. Yeah, yeah. So my Coda Cry, I'm just telling you, man. So that's what it is, fam. That's what it is. So I'm not gonna participate in your trolling, but I had to answer that real quick. I had to answer that real quick. Boom, boom. C Money. Shakur and Keyshawn was whipping James ass was whipping James ass in camp. Yeah, hell yeah. You talking about Jake Paul? Yeah, yeah. They was whipping his ass. He learned. He learned right then. It was no way he was beating Tank Davis. And see, this is another thing too, right? What Jake Paul knows, and that's why he keeps saying it. See, when somebody's angry, they'll tell you what they're really feeling, right? So he went to name calling. He went and jumped on accusations. You know what I'm saying? About stuff when he himself has allegations. He used that as a reason to back out because he wants to shit on the name of Tank Davis. And then he tells you what he really feels. I'm glad he's not getting the biggest payday of his career. I'm glad, right? And that's it right there in a nutshell. Because what does Jake Paul know? Jake Paul knows if Tank knocks him out, on the other side of that, Tank is now a bigger star than him in boxing. He doesn't want that. That'll mess up the money train. Like, I'm going to bring Wall Street Jones back on here, right? Because he points out, see, Jake Paul is a smart investor. He has really smart people around him. You know, they have a real sweet hustle going right now with this boxing game where they could put on exhibitions, which means fixed fights. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Exhibitions of fixed fights. And he could get people to sign NDAs, allegedly, and go with the script, allegedly. This is all allegedly, right? And boost his name. Watch what he do with the Joshua fight. Just watch. So he has really smart people around him. And they're pissed because you got a Baltimore nigga who hood as hell, who wants to fuck all that up and take the money and not follow the script. So they want to burn him. They want to burn him. Real talks. Yo, Vic, what's good? What's good, Vic? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. And like, for example, in the boxing world, right? Look at everybody last night. Made both of them niggas famous. They put on a fight that the people will pay to watch a second time. They could fuck around and get a multi-million-dollar trilogy off of tape. All facts. Sam, goddamn, what's good? I hear what you're saying, but why would Jake pick a more dangerous fight with AJ? Because, Slim, the money. It's the money. So even if he loses to AJ, he's gonna get props for fighting AJ. But if he loses to Tank, it's a wrap. There is no AJ fight, and he's out of boxing. And even if he is still in boxing, he'll never get that AJ payday again. The AJ payday is huge, Slim. It's close to 9 figures. You got to do that fight. You get a 9-figure payday, fight the nigga. Tank could fuck that up by not following the script. If Tank don't go in there and dance around with him and carry him for 10 rounds and make him look good, it's fucking up the bag. That's why. Turkey Allah Sheik already had Jake Paul ready to fight Anthony Joshua. But Jake having billionaires on his team too, they're like, yo, we'll put this fight on. We don't need Turkey to put it on. We'll put it on. It's actually a great idea. So that's why, to answer your question, Sam. Yo, Ben Baker, I like to see say, yo, Scooter, who do you want to see Frank Martin fight next at 140? I want to see somebody give Gary Antoine Russell a shot, right? But they're gonna duck him. I like to see him fight Richardson Hitchens. Yep, real talk. Uh, I want to see him. I want to see him at 140 against all the names. Keyshawn Davis would be a lit fight. Make that Keyshawn's comeback fight. Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin. Make that Keyshawn's comeback fight. I would love that. And if Shakur keeps stepping on Keyshawn, fight Shakur then. Sam, goddamn, AJ might seriously hurt Jake though. Man, you know for a fact, right? If Jake go in there and get clipped one good time, he laying down and he not getting back up. He's going in to protect the brand. He still wins by losing. He just got to worry about getting put in the hospital, right? So You get hit one good time, make it a body shot. AJ catch you with one good body shot. Just lay down, 10 count. You put up the good fight. Pull a Ryan Garcia against Tank. Do what Garcia did against Tank. Wait for the ref to count to 10. Look like he was trying to get up at the 10 count. Yo, Derek, what's good? Say the wrist don't matter if they could fix it, huh? Yeah, that's the thing. Like Joshua ain't gonna do a fixed fight because it'll fuck him up in the future. See, like both of these guys got like Joshua has a future after this fight. Ariana, what's good? Yo, Ghetto Fab. Yeah, remember Tank tried fighting Key before Roach. They did. Tank wanted to fight Key. Oh, I ain't no Tank. I ain't no Tank was trying to fight Key. I know he said Key was better than Shakur. Well, I agree with him on that. Or put it like this. Shakur might be better, but styles make fights. Keyshawn could beat Shakur. Not only that, Keyshawn has more star power than Shakur. That's why Shakur won't step on him and pretend like he his friend. Facts, Ben Baker. I would love to see Keyshawn come back to fight Frank Martin. That'll put him right back on trajectory. Shakur might try to jump in there on that. C Money. Yo, C Money. What up with Cool Boy? Is he washed? I mean, he fought a better boxer, fam. Like I should have stuck to my pick with Oshaki, but I flipped it back to Cool Boy. And that's what I get for flip-flopping. But Oshaki was the far better boxer. Far better boxer, way more skilled, more athletic. He kept him at bay with that jab. He whipped his ass. Salute to Oshaki Foster. And Oshaki, be on the lookout because Shakur has been sizing you up. Cedric Williams, who you think will win? Ben versus Haney. I got Haney in that. If he got Mickey Bay. I like the version of Devin Haney I saw. Now that Bill Haney done stepped the fuck aside and let Mickey Bay handle the game planning and the training. Because he brought back the teachings of the old Kung Fu master himself, Floyd Mayweather Sr., father and original trainer of the greatest fighter of all time. All facts. The Willie Thomas said wasn't even close. You talking about the Pitbull Roach fight? Lil Rock out. Say Roach ain't elite like he say he is. Roach ain't elite like he say he is. Well, he stepped up to 140 for the first time, and it was like I say, he just stepping in there. Pitbull been in 140 for a while now. Even though Roach outweighed him, Pitbull has been up there absorbing the power of a heavier weight class, and he put that on him. Oh, you talking about the Willie Thomas? You talking about the Oshaki and Cool Boy Steph fight? Yeah, it wasn't even close. Oshaki whipped his ass. Whipped his ass. Life is good. Then we call it though. Life is good. I knew it was gonna be a lit fight. It was a damn good fight. Like I enjoyed every minute of the Roach Cruz fight. I enjoyed every round. There were no boring rounds. It was a damn good fight. I was into it. Lil Rock out said Tank said he fighting one of them in 2026. He need to. Man, Tank need to fight Shakur Stevenson and stop bullshitting. That's what that little nigga need to do. He need to go ahead and fight Shakur Stevenson and cut the bullshit. Vic say Bay sharp and Dev skills, but Dev still cautious. Yeah. Bay had to bring him back to the teachings and the foundation of Floyd Sr. He had to. That's the only hope for Dev. Dev ain't gonna do it with Bill Haney running the show. It ain't gonna happen. He gonna keep getting beat up. Ariana, Scooter, no. He didn't. Roach first started out 40 pounds, then he went down in weight. Well, how long was he out? How long was he at 40? Because he went down to 30. He went down to 30 and was still having, like, Roach's fights at 30 was exciting fights to watch. It just was a lack of knockouts. But that's how I know he can box. Because at 30, I mean, he got some banging fights at 30. And that's where he had most of his fights. So if he started at 40 and said, I need to go back down, I need to go down to 30, that says a lot. That says a lot. Mac Black, Edwin De Los Santos needs a good fight. Yeah, man, I want to see Edwin back in the ring. Lil Rock out. I got Tank on my body. Trent, what you think about Roach versus Rolly? I mean, like, Rolly kind of big right now. Rolly kind of big right now. I don't know if Rolly will go down to 40. I don't know if he'll go down to 40. Because of the size and because Rolly's getting better, Lamont Roach is by far the better boxer, right? And he should be able to beat Rolly. But Rolly's unpredictable now because he just keeps getting better. He's awkward, bro. Rolly's awkward. I can't call it because of the size difference. Cedric Williams. Tanks needs to get his mind right and lock in and be the fighter we know he can be. Facts. Facts. Life is good. What you think of Frank Martin? I think Frank Martin earned himself another payday with that knockout. I think he should fight either Keyshawn, Shakur, right? He ain't gonna fight Gary Antoine Russell. So he gonna duck Twan and Richardson Hitchison gonna duck him. Richardson Hitchison ain't gonna fight him. Oh, Zed Pitts in the chat. Zed Brooks Multimedia in the chat saying he's sick. Nigga, you sick of watching your boy get dropped, right? You sick after watching your boy get dropped by doing the game plan you said he should do. Niggas like you got him dropped, Zed Brooks Multimedia. Y'all see Zed Brooks Multimedia in the chat. Yo, let that nigga know. Zed Brooks Multimedia. Niggas like you got Lamont Roach Jr. dropped last night. Real talk. He looked like a nigga who got hit one time on the schoolyard and said, fuck this, I'm going home. Pitbull rocked him. He spun around and started running. He spun around and was running away. Back to Upper Marlboro. Pitbull about to have that nigga run all the way back to Upper Marlboro. He was raising, Lamont Roach, he thought about running back to the locker room and calling the police on Pitbull. He thought about it. But he had Busy Bone in the corner. Tell him, snap out of it. We got this. Salute the Busy Bone in the Roach camp. Real talk. Busy Bone got his boy ready. They made adjustments, right? He kept him from running back to the locker room to call the police. Because y'all tell me that ain't what it looked like. When Pitbull dropped Lamont, did it or did it not look like he turned around and started running away? Real talk though. They need to. Zed Brooks Multimedia rematch loading. Okay, they need to rematch that. He needs to go in and do everything I said, and he would have won the fucking fight. Zed Brooks Multimedia, why you ain't on the chat, nigga? I sent you the link, right? You not on the chat because you know you're gonna have to deal with this shit. Real talk. Your boy listened to niggas like you and got beat up for 6 rounds. Lil Rock out said he did run. That nigga took that look. He said, oh shit. Where my phone? It took him back to middle school. Zed Brooks Multimedia, we ain't trying to hear that shit, man. You sick as a dog. You sick of watching your boy get dog walked, another draw, because he listen to niggas like you. Lamont Roach Jr., I told you, don't be listening to niggas like Zed Brooks Multimedia. These niggas just gonna tell you what you wanna hear. Real talk. Salute the Busy Bone. for making the adjustments and having you fight like you were supposed to fight in the second half of that fight. And if you had fought the first half like you fought the second half, you would have won. You would have beat Pitbull convincingly. But you went in there trying to knock him out. Listening to niggas like Zaire Brooks Multimedia, you believe you was gonna knock him out. And so Zaire Brooks Multimedia, I know you know the nigga, and you be having conversations with him, like outside of this thing, and you be telling this nigga like, yeah, man, you can really knock him out with body shots. I can see you knocking him out with body shots, right? And what happened? What happened? Stop telling these youngers that bullshit, man. Stop telling these youngers dumb shit. Yo, never tell a nigga what you want, what he wants you to tell him, right? Never tell nobody what they want to hear. Tell them what they gotta hear. That's how I get down. That's how I get. That's why the people that fuck with me, fuck with me. Cause even if they don't like what I gotta say, they know it's my truth. Even people that hate what I had to say, but they be like, yo, at least that nigga telling me what he really feel, right? I don't need niggas around me telling me what they think I want to hear. Nigga, yeah. You could do this shit, man. You could knock that nigga out with body shots. That's why Zaire Brooks Multimedia sick. That's the real reason he's sick. Life is good. Tank should push for that rematch next. Roach is getting KO'd. Yeah, yo, Pitbull showed Tank a lot, but Tank could have beat Roach in their first fight. He went in there as Hollywood Tank. Fucked himself up. Lil Rock say that fight showed me Roach bag ain't deep enough. He just caught Tank when he wasn't himself. Yeah, he was Hollywood Tank. Two head coaches. Two head coaches. Ben Baker. Do you think Tank could beat anybody at 140? I look at the 140 landscape. Tank could come to 140, and I think he could come to 140 in wreck shot. He got tougher fights at 140 though. Like he wouldn't be able to deal with 140 the way he handled 135. It's a lot tougher fights up there. But like I say, I want to see Shakur fight the man. I think him and Shakur got to fight. I think it's just a matter of time. Hey, hold on. I set this up real quick. Hold on. Make sure this thing don't overheat. Yo, can y'all hear me in the chat? Switch had the slight freeze. Yo, y'all let me know. Can y'all hear me in the chat? See money, yeah, you can hear me. Life is good, yeah. All right, sweet, sweet. All right, so now I ain't got the Tesla. I want that Cybertruck though. I got my eyes on that Cybertruck. I definitely want that Cybertruck. I push a hybrid. I drive a hybrid. Toyota 2024 Corolla hybrid. Yo, Cedric Williams. I like T.O. versus Tank at 140. Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a damn good fight. I think Tank will fight T.O. if T.O. beats Shakur. Ben Baker was good. Cameron Terrell, salute. Yeah, yo, if cause Tank want to fight anybody but Shakur. And I don't know why y'all say I'm a Tank Glazing channel when I state the facts, right? I'm just speaking my truth, right? Tank is ducking Shakur Stevenson. The Tank Maniacs don't like hearing me saying that, but they accept it. because they know I'm keeping it real. Tank is ducking Shakur, Slim. He really is. Lil Rock. Yeah, he will because it makes sense. Yep. He'll definitely fight T.O. I don't think Free. You say will he fight Devin? Not at 147. Tank ain't fighting Devin at 147. That's for goddamn sure. Boom. Cedric Williams say at one point, that's the only person I had giving them problems or beating them. It's T.O. Yeah, that's a good matchup. I got Tank. T.O. get hit a lot. Tank could exploit that. Lil Rock, nah, Scooter, we can't say that. Talking about Tank ducking Shakur. He ducking Shakur, Slim. I'm gonna keep it real. It ain't cause he's scared though. It ain't cause he thinks Shakur could beat him. He knocked the little nigga tooth out of sparring. He know he could beat Shakur. He doesn't want Shakur to eat off of him. That's why Shakur is on this thing. I'm already paid anyway. Fuck you. Shakur knows it. Shakur watches the show, by the way. Shakur and his people watch the show, by the way. He just don't want to give me no shine. He want to do me like Tank do him, right? But I'm telling you straight up, Shakur, I know you watching. You know for a fact Tank ain't scared of you, and you know why he not fighting you. He fighting you because he don't fuck with you like that. Shakur slipped up and said it. In one of the Najee interviews, he was like, man, I don't know what it is. This nigga got some type of hate for me or something, bro. Tank despises this nigga, man. I think if you look at the way Shakur treating his so-called homie, Keyshawn Davis, I can see why Tank don't like this nigga. Ben Baker. Yeah, I've been calling for Tank versus Matias for years now, especially after the way Matias beat his little youngin. Matias ended his youngest career. Malik Iceman Hawkins, that was one of Tank's youngins, fighting straight out of Upton. Be more nigga. Tank Subriel Matias ended that youngest career. It was one of the worst beatings I seen in boxing. He beat the dog shit out of this kid. Cedric Williams said, "Yeah, you should switch up on Tank. Tank ain't like that. I ain't switching up. I'm keeping it real. And Tank is like that. Tank that nigga, bro. Let's not get it confused. If we talking boxing, Tank is that nigga. But yeah, he's ducking Shakur. Two things can be right at the same time. Elion, what's good, fam? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you called it. Nah, nobody called the draw. Nobody called the draw. Yeah, yeah, yo. Free the real let me see this. Free the real. Keep the rat. Okay. I'm gonna just go with free the real. Free the real. Facts. Tank got to the point he was throwing bones. That's why he even fought Roach in the first place. Yeah, he should have went ahead and he they 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 were fake. They were pump faking with the Shakur fight when they knew he was a free agent. They underbid him. They underbid him. It was no way Shakur was going to turn down the Turkey contract. No way he turning that down. Ben Baker, I want Tank to get his get back on Matias. He need to, man. Matias mopped the ring with his youngin. Little rock out. Tank asleep Matias. Yeah, I got Tank in that fight. I got to be in one hell of a fight though. Matias is like tailor made for Tank Davis. Willie Thomas. I think ducking is the wrong move for him, fam. I mean, like it is what it is. If he don't like the nigga, he don't want to fight him. That's how the nigga is, man. Joe C, what's good? Shakur ducked Tank by not signing by signing with Eddie. Even Eddie even said it. But you ain't turning down that money just to fight Tank, and you know you losing. Like he fight Tank, he gonna lose, right? Why you gonna turn down a multi-fight deal with the Saudis? And on top of that, PBC was underbidding him. They was not gonna give Shakur the money he wanted. They was damn sure not going. They weren't gonna give him a fraction of what the Saudis was about to give him. Business dictates he had to take the Saudis deal, especially if you got the PBC underbidding you. Tank even slipped and said it. Y'all gonna make me pull receipts. Tank admitted it. He ain't worth no multi-fight deal. What has he done? He ain't worth no multi-fight deal. Y'all gonna see that cut in the video. And that tells me they underbid Shakur. If they really wanted the Tank fight, they would have collaborated with Turki Al-Sheikh to get that done. Turki Al-Sheikh even came out and said, "We are ready. We are ready. I respect Gervonta's loyalty to Heyman. We are ready." Right? Turkey is saying, "I got the turkey bags, nigga. I got the turkey bags, nigga." Cedric Williams, ever since Tank got that so-called deal with Prime, and whatever happened with that, he's whatever happened, that his mind hasn't been right ever since. Y'all seen the video? Yo, said you seen the video I cut to that? We know why his mind hasn't been right ever since. Because the Prime, they used Tank to finesse a bag out of Prime. That's all it was. That's what Canelo Alvarez said. "Oh, y'all think I'm stupid? I ain't Tank, nigga. Get me the fuck out of here." Canelo wasn't going for it. They could have got more money if they still had Canelo as well. So I mean, like, that's what that is. So, because remember what they told Tank: "We're gonna give you more money than Floyd got." And what did Tank say? "Man, go back to the video. I got it all in there." He said it with Najee. I cut it in synchronicity so you can check it out. I take them all. Shakur first. He told Shakur on in Twitter. He said, "You next, little bro. I got it. You on my list." He was naming names. He wanted to fight everybody because he thought he was gonna get paid. The Prime deal was bullshit. All bullshit. They finessed the bag out of Prime. That's all that happened. Joe Cole, Scoop, we can't keep using money as an excuse for Shakur. He didn't take the Dev undisputed deal, or the Tank one fight deal. He should have taken the Devin Haney deal. I agree with you. That was some fuck shit. Him not taking the Devin Haney deal was scared. It was a scared move. I agree with you on the Devin Haney part, but on the Tank Davis part, I think he would have been an idiot to turn down a multi-fight deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you only got so much time as a fighter, and you still got to make as much money as you can in the quickest amount of time you got, because you only got so much time. Tank is in his early 30s. Shakur's in his late 20s. That fight could still happen. But if he gets in there and fights Tank for less than what it's worth and loses, he loses a lot. The same reason Jake Paul was mad Tank didn't accept the script. Because if Jake Paul fights Tank and Tank is like, "Fuck your script," knocks him out, even drops him, there's no Anthony Joshua fight, a 9-figure fight. It's that fight just won't happen now. And we already know he lined up the Anthony Joshua fight immediately after Tank took that draw to Lamont Roach, a fight which I believe he lost. I believe Lamont Roach beat Tank. And we see, and like, we got to keep it real across the board. No bias, non-biased coverage, fam. Ben Baker, Twan versus Subriel. Give me Twan. Cedric Williams. Yep, he been in a slump ever since. That's why Jake Paul spun the block on him. Jake Paul spun the block on Tank. Like, "Listen, man, I see what PBC and the hidden owner of PBC, Floyd Mayweather Jr., who is part owner of PBC, who don't like you, who been hating on you from day one. I see what they doing to you. I got 60 M's for you real quick. I'm gonna put 60 M's in your pocket. Just follow the script. Tank is such a real nigga. He said, I'm gonna take the 60, but keep your script. Fuck your script. And then told the world that he had a script. They can't stand Tank right now, bruh. They can't stand Tank right now. They're gonna try to take that motherfucker out. They're gonna try to put him in prison or end him. Watch. Remember what I tell you. Remember what I told you. See money. T.O. dropping Shakur. I'd like to see it. Little rock out. Roach one off jab. If Roach had been working that jab in the beginning of in the first half of the fight, he would have won the fight easily, just like I said he would have. But he was listening to niggas like Zed Brooks Multimedia, going in there trying to bang with Pitbull Cruz and got dropped. And that's what cost him the fight. Busy Bones said, all right, we got to go to the other plan. Use your jab, turn them, keep them resetting. Real talk. Yeah, see money. Zed Pitts, niggas like Zed Pitts set that nigga up, man. Ben Baker, fuck George Kambosos, bro. I think George Kambosos is benefiting off of being white, honestly. And the fact that he got an entire nation behind him, that helps. Big Skull, my nigga Big Skull, hilarious. Roach is the reaper of draws. Yo, that nigga need a Haynes endorsement. That nigga need a Fruit of the Loom endorsement. Big Skull, Roach. That nigga need a sponsorship from Fruit of the Loom, bruh. All he do is draws, nigga. Yep, Joe Cole. Mind you, Tank outpunched Pitbull by almost 60 punches. Fighting him with one hand, broke his hand in the 5th round. The exact same thing that happened to Roach. The exact same thing that happened to Roach. Shamar Rashawn Shalom said that fight was kind of ass. I liked the fight, bro. It was a damn good fight to me. Damian Brown, what's good? Welcome back, King. Ben Baker, George Kambosos was definitely been the weakest link at 140. Has been for a while. Big Skull. He wanted to be a draw, but all he got was a draw. That's how I know Tank had an off night. Yeah, Tank could have KO'd him, bro. Tank stumbled him a couple of times in that fight. But you know, Hollywood Tank. That Hollywood should have burned you, bro. Burn you every time. Cedric Williams, how good is Hitchison? Hitchison's good. I think he needs to test himself. Like Hitchison wants to be, it's like he only wants money fights against niggas he thinks he can beat and not get knocked out. Right? I think that's what he is. That's what he's looking for. He's not really looking to test himself. He thinks he Tank Davis and he's not Tank Davis. Yeah, Shamar, yeah, Oshaki smoked Cool Boy, man. He smoked him. Yeah, just outclassed him completely. Marshawn West, what's good? Pitbull cannot beat pure boxers. Never trade with Pitbull. He throws haymakers from hell. Yep. Bruh, I don't know why Lamont Roach and Busy Bone was listening to niggas like Zed Brooks Multimedia, hyping this niggas up, thinking that he could really go in there and body Pitbull like that. Nigga, use your jab. Nigga, use them slow ass feet and keep them turning. Work the angles. Every time he trying to throw, you can see him when he trying to throw, tap him and make him reset, then turn on him. Tap, turn, reset. You know what I'm saying? Catch him with the hook. Catch him with the check, right? Counter with the check. If he would have been doing that all night, he would have won the fight easily, bro. Damian Brown, Richardson, make sure he don't say Shakur name. Yeah, he be on Shakur nuts. That nigga's a Shakur nut rider. He nut rides all the celebrity boxers. He nut rides Tank and he nut rides Shakur, right? And he think he could beat Devin, so he talk shit to Devin. So I mean, like Richardson Hitchens, man, he seemed kind of like a scumbag snake to me. But I don't know the man. He might be a really righteous dude. It doesn't seem that way. But in boxing, sometimes you put on a character, and maybe that's his character, the slick, slimy scumbag, right? Maybe that's his character. Young Beast, PBC bad for boxing. I disagree. I think they're having a downturn. I think Bud Crawford fucked PBC up. He fucked the PBC up. Damian Brown, Shakur gonna make T.O. look like a C-level fighter. We'll see. Sam, goddamn. Say Roach got a reality check last night. He sure did. He was not knocking out. You was not knocking out Pitbull. No matter what Zed Brooks Multimedia told you, you was not knocking out Pitbull. You was not fucking him up like Zed Brooks Multimedia was saying. It was never gonna happen. You had to outbox the man. Listen to the Ghost Rider of boxing, and you would have won. If you would have listened to the Ghost Rider of boxing, you'd have won that fight, Slim. And I know you watched the show. I know you watching the show. You gonna see it. One of your people's gonna see it and they're gonna show it to you. And you're gonna be like, man, fuck that nigga, Slim. Right? That's what you're gonna say, but you're gonna know. I'm telling you the truth, nigga. If you'd have listened to me, you'd have won the fight. No, nigga, you didn't win. I know you think you won. You won the second half of it, but you didn't do enough to win convincingly. You didn't. You didn't, man. You got beat up that first half of the fight. You was sucking on ice in the post fight. Fuck out of here. And when you got dropped, it looked like you was running home, nigga. You was running to call the police, nigga. Life is good. He said he fought with one hand. Uh, he's talking on Tank issue versus Pitbull. Yeah, he's taking on Tank's issue versus Pitbull. That's what I was talking about. Same, but Tank outboxing. Tank, we can literally see Tank boxing this nigga with one hand. Tank was just like waving his hand like pop, 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 and kept turning him. Tank gave everybody the blueprint. That's why I say Tank versus Pitbull was actually Tank's most skilled fight when you saw his high IQ in boxing. He showed everybody how high his IQ was in there. He didn't run like Shakur did when he broke his hand against De Los Santos, right? And he did not put on a lackluster performance like Lamont Roach did. Well, not lackluster, but he didn't have to slug it out with the nigga, and he didn't have to run with him. He outboxed him. He was turning. He was using that one good hand and popping the nigga with it. Pop, pop. Every time Pitbull tried to throw, Tank would make him reset. Pop, pop. And he'd step back, then he'd turn on him. He'd be catching them joints. Like, Tank showed his IQ in that fight, man. Real talk. Tank totally outboxed him. Real talk, life is good. Ben Baker, what do you think about Frank Martin versus Subriel? I got Frank in that. Subriel has issues with people that can really box and like know how to stay away from him. Like keep hands on him yet stay away from him. He always has trouble with that. But he's an exciting fighter to watch though. He's still like a prime Subriel Matias was my favorite fighter to watch. Life is good. Shakur talking about what he would do versus Pitbull. I was like, motherfucker, shut up. Those brittle hands will both we will both be broken versus Pitbull. He'll just run. He'll just run. The nigga's that nasty with the feet, bruh. Shakur can do spectacular things with his feet in the boxing ring. Just like this is why he's elite, bruh. He can slide in and out effortlessly. He's like the Flash. If Shakur wants to run, you can't catch him. You're gonna have to be able to pin him down, physically pin him down and unload on his ass. That's why he don't want to fight Keyshawn Davis. That's why Keyshawn Davis scares him. I truly believe Shakur Stevenson has nightmares about fighting Keyshawn Davis. Nightmares. Life is good. Matias got caught with using PEDs. Caught is the key word. Because I think everybody dirty, in my opinion. In my opinion, everybody dirty. That's all I'm going to tell like that. Boxing is a brutal sport. Every edge counts. They don't get mad at you for popping. They get mad at you for getting caught. Real. Yo, crunch time, what's good? Say Frank got a good IQ. Frank getting better, man. Like Frank looked good last night. Jerry Garcia, Jesus save me. Peace, King. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, I'm looking for and if you look at it right now, the division is getting life brought back into it by niggas who all got popular because they fought Tank. You gotta think about it, real talk. What did Floyd Mayweather do? He kind of did position Tank. Look at all the players in the lower weights. Most of them having a direct association to Tank. Greg Kendricks, yep. We was talking that earlier, Frank versus Keyshawn. I think that should be his comeback fight. I think Keyshawn should come back to Frank Martin. And then we'll really see where Key at and what that layoff did. Jerry Garcia, facts. All these niggas celebrities. Look at Rolly now. Look at Rolly. Pitbull, Lamont Roach, Frank Martin. We keep going, man. Mario Barrios been doing his thing. Like all these niggas are better off from fighting Tank. Lose or draw. There is no win. They didn't win, but we got lose and draw. Whether you get a loss or a draw, you were better off fighting Tank Davis. Your whole life changed. He changed niggas' lives, man. Tank Davis has changed niggas' lives by choosing to fight him. Damian Brown, Keyshawn will knock Frank out with no camp. Frank is trash. He ain't that bad, man. He looked good last night. Life is good. I believe they will all run except Devin. I think Dev would sign on the dotted line for a Tank fight without a pause. You know what? I think he would too. But I don't think his people will let him go back down and wait to fight Tank. And I don't think Tank's people will let him come up to 147 to fight Dev. If we ever see Dev fight Tank, we got to see the return of Zombie Haney. The return of Zombie Haney is the only way. There's nowhere in hell Tank should fight Devin at 47. Nowhere in hell. Jerry Garcia. Yeah, I got Keyshawn against Frank Martin too. Joe Cole. But you said Shakur did right by not taking the fight. By not taking the fight. Make your mind up. I'm telling you, it's never one simple answer to it. So when Shakur turned down the fight to get the turkey bag for the Tank fight was not on the table yet. Turkey didn't get involved in that fight till after they had signed Shakur. Remember, now you just made the video with this one. Remember the press conference, right? Remember the press conference for the Cepeda fight. Turkey interrupted the press conference. He made a phone call in the middle of Shakur talking. We are ready. We are ready. Shakur destiny is Tank. Tank destiny is Shakur. We are ready. We are ready for big fight. Right? That wasn't happening at the time Shakur was getting underbid to fight Tank. That's all I'm saying. So business sense says you wait till the money up. You still in your 20s. He's still in his early 30s. Like business sense says you wait, but you must fight. You must fight. And when I'm saying Tank is ducking Shakur, now he's ducking Shakur because Turkey's offering the bag. And PBC does collaborations with Turkey Al-Sheikh all the time. Ask David Benavidez. PBC does collaborations with Turkey Al-Sheikh all the time. Turkey said, I'm putting the bag up. Tank don't want to fight the nigga. I'm keeping it real. Tank don't want to fight the nigga because he don't like the nigga. That's all it is. If Tank fights him, he wants him to get underpaid. That's how much he hate the nigga. Yeah, I forgot how much Roach weighed on Fight Night. Life is Good versus Tank. Damian Brown, bro, Tank ducked Shakur and Devin. Stop the cap. Espinosa said there was no offer and admitted he lied. Cap, man. Now you bro, I already got the video with the receipts. They had preliminary negotiations. That's why it was no offer. See, people get the jargon confused. Like, I know the difference between a preliminary negotiation and an actual offer. They had preliminary negotiations with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson said, I'm not interested in a one-fight deal. Espinosa said, cool. He walked away. And I believe that was what he was supposed to do. Underbid him in preliminary so you ain't got to go no further. That's all I'm saying. And like, yo, so I told you, yeah, he ducked, nigga, yes. He's ducking. But the duck didn't take place because Tank wanted to fight him when the Amazon deal was on the table. Then the Amazon deal turned out to be bullshit. Like, you acting like you ain't watching the videos I put out, man, with receipts. Nigga, I put everything. Go back on my timeline and you can get right, my nigga. Go back on my timeline and watch my videos. It'll get you right. It'll get you caught up. Unless you just want to keep spitting a narrative that feels good for you. I don't do that. I don't put no narrative I can't put receipts on. If I can't put receipts on it, I don't put it out there. Life is good, but they're gonna say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fits the narrative they want. If their narrative is I hate Tank, anything bad about Tank, they rolling with. And if you show them the receipts, they're gonna act like they didn't see them. All facts. When the money was on the table, Tank wanted all them niggas. Shakur, Devin, T.O., all of them. Because he knew he was going to get A-side privileges and they were going to fight him at his weight. He was going to knock all of them out. Tank didn't start having problems till he realized that PBC deal with Prime was all cap, and they used him to finesse a bag out of PBC. And that's the facts right there, Slim, allegedly. That's the alleged facts. Ben Saunders, what's good? Ben Saunders say he ain't ducking because he's scared. Stop the cap. You can say what you want. When the bag was on the table, he didn't fight. He didn't duck nothing. He wanted all the smoke. I got the receipts. You saying what you feel. I'm saying what the receipts say. I'm saying what shit I could actually prove. I look at all this shit as so if I had to go to court and state my case, this is what I'm gonna put out there. I'm gonna build a case to say I just don't be randomly saying shit. I just don't be randomly saying shit. Even when I tell y'all about the Illuminati shit, I could pull receipts. I could pull receipts on all that shit, how they came at Tank on several occasions. He turned them down. I never say nothing I ain't got the receipts for. If I ain't got the receipts, I just don't say it. Or I say I feel like or I think, right? But I don't go with it like it's law. Y'all niggas be going with shit like it's law. Cause I believe it is so. Damian Brown. So why did Tank fight Frank Martin instead of Shakur? Ask the PBC, aka Floyd Mayweather. Go back to my video, my nigga. I do an in-depth, detailed video about this subject. I'm gonna use this clip to repurpose that video now. What you just heard, I'm gonna put your name in it too, Damian Brown. I did a detailed video about this shit, Damian Brown. Go back to the video. Matter of fact, check this out. That's gonna make the cut. You feel me? That's gonna make the cut. Thanks for the content, fam. Ben Baker, I got Shakur over Frank Martin easy. Ben Saunders, no, I'm saying Tank ain't ducking because he's scared. He ain't trying to give them dudes a bag. Yeah, that's some petty bullshit. Now that right there, I think is fuck shit. Okay, Ben Saunders, that part right there, I think is fuck shit. Because now that Turkey's offering the bag, fight the nigga. That's why I think Tank on some fuck shit. Life is good. Why did Newark, New Jersey walk out of Shakur's fight? Because casual fans do not like his style. Damian Brown, isn't Tank the boss? He says who he want to fight. What's your point? Jerry Garcia, what do you think of Oshaki Foster's performance against Fulton? I want to see Oshaki versus Abdullah Mason at 35. Abdullah wins. That'll be Abdullah's toughest fight right there. Oshaki looked like he legit. I mean, I know, but he was champion at 130 though. You know, is he ready for 35? And Abdullah's a big 35. I want to see that fight. I like to see Oshaki step up to 35 and facing Abdullah Mason. I think that'll be a good fight. But honestly, I like to see Oshaki go to 35 and fight Shakur Stevenson. Greg Kendrick, what's good? Tank ain't want no smoke with Dev. I mean, he did though. When he thought he was gonna get paid for it, he did though. Jerry Garcia. Oh yeah, we read that. Life is good. If Tank gets through this Jake Paul bullshit with the chick, he better fight Shakur. He need to. He need to. I don't think this Jake Paul bullshit gonna stick. I think they're really just trying to shit on his name. Like they're trying to shit on his name long enough for Jake Paul to have the Joshua fight. Cause it's all about publicity, right? So that's the way they look at it. And Jake Paul is a billionaire through investments and shit. Like you look, Jake Paul has brilliant investing minds behind him. He's got that Illuminati connection too. So he really does. And so right now, that's why none of this Tank stuff with the girl is in criminal court. Because I think it's all about just shitting on his name until they can get this 9-figure payday against Anthony Joshua. And if they burn him in the process, so be it. They hate his ass for exposing. Because what Tank did was expose what they were doing. He really did. And that's why they hate him. So it may not be over. They still plotting on how they can get him. And like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if they did put out an AI video on this nigga. But they got to be careful about how they do it because he could sue their ass for some shit like that. Jerry Garcia, Tank wasn't with the script with Jake Paul. Facts. Damian Brown, when Dev had the belts, Tank didn't want to be undisputed. As soon as Dev left 35, uh, Tank said for sure he would want to be undisputed. When did he say that? When did Tank say for sure he wanted? I've always heard Tank say, fuck them belts. Give me the interview, and I'll post that shit. When did Tank say he wants to be undisputed? I've never heard Tank say he wants to be undisputed. Come on, man. Don't make up your own facts. If you do, back it up with receipts. You got to back shit like that up with receipts, fam. Give me the interview he said he wants to be undisputed. You know I'm going to find it. Tank versus Pac-Man since the Jake Paul fight ain't going through. I think that's the fight they really want. I think the Manny Pacquiao fight is the fight they want. I don't think Floyd Mayweather wants it to happen because Floyd on some petty shit. But if the money right, Floyd let it happen. See, people forgetting that Floyd is part owner of PBC, and I believe he's the behind the scenes hating on Tank for a long time, fam. For a long time. Like you saw, y'all ain't hear nothing else about this Floyd versus Mike Tyson fight. Niggas ain't heard nothing else about that fight since the Tank Jake Paul fight got canceled. Since the Tank Jake Paul fight got canceled, we ain't heard shit else about Floyd Mayweather fighting Mike Tyson. And I don't think we ever going to hear about it again. We'll never hear about it again. Because that's one of Floyd's moves. Rob your shine. Floyd announces fights when you announce fights. Jab Queen Boxing, what's good, Queen? Welcome to the party, Queen. Ben Baker, Tank don't need the belts need him. Ain't it funny though? How his other enemy, Terrence Crawford, is actually agreeing with Tank now. You know what I'm saying? But they both got one common denominator: Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd Mayweather Jr. would cut deals with these sanctioning bodies behind the scenes, to where his sanctioning fees wasn't going to be as much because Floyd was bigger than the belts. They wanted their belt attached to Floyd Mayweather. You see what I'm saying? Floyd is smart like that. Boxing prodigy. Boxing is his religion. He's a boxing genius. He comes from the Grand Master of boxing. Floyd Sr. is like one of them Shaolin monks in the Kung Fu movies. Real talk. Floyd Mayweather's like the invincible hero in them Kung Fu movies. Real talk. Yo, for real talk. And these niggas had Devin Haney lined up to be one of their disciples, one of their students. Bill Haney fucked that all up. Tiny Tim, yeah, PBC will pay for a rematch if the money right. They want to see what the money look like, but they'll pay for that. People will pay to see that again, because now you got black versus Mexican again, and like all the Mexican fans are like Pitbull got robbed, and you know all the black fighters said Lamont Roach got robbed. So we got another black versus Mexican out here. Real talk. Yo, Tiny Tim, I think the Tank Manny fight is the most likely fight. Jerry Garcia, do you think we ever see Tank versus Shakur? I hope so. I now the Turkey's offering to put the money up. Tank got to stop bullshitting and fight that man. Ben Baker, Pretty Boy Floyd was my favorite version of Floyd Mayweather. That was everybody's favorite version. Pretty Boy was a cold killer, the greatest lightweight of all time. And I think Floyd is the greatest fighter of all time, bar none. Greg Kendricks. All right, Slim. Uh, I had to put your card on Tank. Tank definitely said he wants undisputed, Slim. I mean, you had to pull my card on Tank. Tell me the interview. Give me the interview, man. Everything I say ain't gotta be law. If you got evidence to back your claim, if you got the receipts, let me see it, nigga. I'll put the shit in the video. Unlike a lot of these other YouTubers, I'm not up here talking just to be right. See, what I want to do is I want to just put the facts out there. That's all I'm saying. I'll put my opinion on it, but I just want to put the facts out there. That's why these niggas be ignoring me, Slim. That's why they act like I don't exist, but my channel keep rising. Because they see it and they know it. Nobody's paying me to put a narrative out here. Nobody. So if you have receipts, let me know, my nigga. You ain't pulling my card. You informing the public. Because that's my job, is to inform the boxing public. Oh, you sent it? Will you send it to Instagram? You sent it to IG? All right, cool. If you sent it to IG, I'll post that shit in the video. Damian Brown, that scooter acting like he didn't see me posting the video. I didn't see you post no video, fam. I didn't see it. You gotta send it to me. Boom, jab queen. That's what's up. Because they can't come at you with bullshit. They know you're gonna stand on business. Facts. And that's how I want to get down. That's why I was telling Zaire Brooks Multimedia. It's like, yo, man, I don't want to build my channel off of fight interviews, son. I don't want to, because them niggas be acting funny. They act like they run your channel. Like, you see the Haney's trying to shame Najee? Remember the Haney's tried to shame Najee because he interviewed Ryan Garcia? They tried to race shame the nigga. Man, fuck them niggas. Interview who the fuck I want to interview, Slim. If I want to interview Ryan Garcia, I'm going to interview Ryan Garcia. You ain't going to tell me to not interview Ryan Garcia because I'm black, nigga. Matter of fact, the irony of shit like that is you're knocking down the black man's channel. Real talk. Because us YouTubers tell them, Jab Queen, we independent. We independent boxing media. The mainstream media don't cover boxing. Yeah, I know. Bill Haney want to sit at the head of niggas' YouTube channel. He want to control that shit. Fuck that. Yo, the first time I talked to that nigga on Zaire Brooks Multimedia channel, he realized I ain't nothing I could do with this nigga. It's nothing I could do with this nigga. I don't like him. But yet you follow me. That's why I tag him in all my videos. The nigga follow me. Saying he married to a snow bunny. Yo, Billy likes the white girl in all shapes and forms. Boom. Jab Queen. I run my shit. Me and only me. Boom. I do what I want. Facts. Facts, girl. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking. That's why I fuck with you, Jab Queen. We share the same mentality. WMS. That's facts, King. There's no way I'm getting bought. There's no way I'm getting bought. Y'all know I get bought if I was up here talking about his excellency and shit. They'd be like, man, you done sold out. Yo, if y'all hear me up here talking, calling another grown man his excellency, call me out on that shit. Call me out on that shit. Real talk. Please call me out. All right, Greg Kendricks, you sent the receipts. I'm gonna check my IG. Ben Baker, Scooter Pyle, Boxing Ego, and Southpaw TV are the best boxing channels. Salute, King. Yeah, I fuck with Ego and Southpaw. And don't forget about Jab Queen. Don't forget about my girl Jab Queen. Y'all rock with Jab Queen. Subscribe to her channel. Tiny Tim, Turkey cards be boring as fuck. I'm gonna have to call Cap. That last card was lit. That last Turkey card was lit. Like I mean, I liked the Devin Haney Brian Norman Jr. fight. I fucked with Benavidez and Yard. That was a lit beatdown. Abdullah Mason and Noakes starting the night off. That card was kind of lit, my guy. It wasn't the opposite of boring. The opposite of boring. Oh yeah, life is good. Can't forget about the Rise podcast. Can't forget about the Rise. The Rise podcast gave us some classic moments. Remember they had Blue pull up, talking to Tank, tell Devin and his dad to get off my. Damn. Remember that shit? Rise podcast got some classic moments. The Calvin Ford joint when he was talking about the beef between Floyd and Tank for the Pendraza fight when he started crying. We was on the Rise podcast with that. Yo, salute to the Rise podcast. The Rise podcast got some classic moments in boxing. We, YouTube boxing, independent boxing media, we cover boxing because the mainstream media don't do it. And we do it for the love. Oh yeah, crunch time. Tank went in today saying fuck everybody. Yo, Tank went in, man. Cause he's sitting back watching a bunch of niggas he made famous get it on. Yeah, life is good. That was great. I'm glad I was a part of that. I'm glad I was a part of that one. When Coach Calvin was telling the story about that shit, man, I'm glad I was a part of that one. Cause that's boxing history right there. That was boxing history as far as the media go. Everybody, people are gonna remember that interview with Calvin on the Rise podcast when he was telling about what was going down. They're gonna remember that shit for years, bro. That's going down in boxing lore. So Tank back talking, the Jake Paul shit must be history. Life is good. We'll see, cause I feel that I feel it was just an attack from the Jake Paul camp on Tank. I feel it was an outright attack, and like I feel it was money in it for certain channels to say that Tank was on the run. I feel it was money in that, cause if you an influencer, it's all types of money you can get. And people will pay you, make you sign an NDA and pay you under the table. They'll cash app you real quick. You're like, yo, I think you should talk about this. And niggas will do it. And you sign an NDA so you can never say that you got paid by them to do it. Allegedly. Boom, boom. Crunch time. Tank tired of the politics. I don't think he can stomach it anymore. I put it like this, Crunch time. I think the Jake Paul minions, when they thought they could buy Tank and get him to throw a fight, I feel they made a grave mistake and they didn't really know who they was fucking with. They let Rick James in their house. Jake Paul fucked around and let Rick James in his house when he thought he could buy Tank and get Tank to throw a fight. Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch, nigga. That was Tank in the Jake Paul camp. Like I'm telling you straight real talk. Yeah, nigga, I got my feet on your couch, nigga. Nigga, fuck your couch, nigga. This shit scripted, ain't it? This shit scripted, ain't it? Fuck your couch, nigga. They was fucking with the wrong one. And that's why Jake Paul reacted the way he reacted. Because that's the way them YT people react when they think they dealing with a good nigga and they realize they're dealing with a real nigga. Like, are you freaking N-word hard ER? You hard ER? I thought you were different. Nah, fuck your couch, nigga. This shit scripted, ain't it? Right? And everything we seeing right now is the backlash from that shit. That's the backlash. Oh, okay. I know the stripper you're dating down there at whatever the fuck that strip club is in Miami, largest strip club in the fucking city, and nobody has cell phone video of what you allegedly did, right? But we got this mysterious video of you throwing a girl down the stairs in the AI era. Come on, man. I don't put nothing past these Hollywood weirdos, Slim. Nothing. Nothing. I feel this is just a smear campaign on Tank. My personal opinion. They should have never gave that cracker money. Yeah. Yeah. Tank went in there just like wiping his ass on their curtains, man. Tank went in that joint fucking up shop. That with Tank did in that press conference, they really needed damage control for that shit. Cause they didn't think niggas like me was watching that would actually catch that shit and know exactly what he was saying. They tried to brush it off. They were on damage control after that shit. And then when they realized that y'all, nah, people understood what this nigga was saying, he was exposing all of us. He exposed all of us. Real talk. How is it no cell phone footage? Real talk, Jab Queen. In a place that big with that many people, how is it no cell phone footage? None? None? Zero cell phone footage? Just a mysterious video? Fuck out of here. Born at night, but not last night. Greg Kendricks. Fam, you don't think Tank threw a girl down the uh y'all make up anything for him. I mean, like, I believe that a man is innocent until proven guilty, bro. Like, even with Jake Paul. Jake Paul got allegations, right? And I don't like Jake Paul as a person, but I'm not gonna say Jake Paul did that shit because a man is innocent until proven guilty. But because y'all don't like Tank, y'all go with anything bad they say about him, right? And Hollywood weirdos like Jake Paul play on shit like that. Niggas like you are a tool for the Hollywood weirdos. It don't gotta be true if I put it out in certain forms of media, right? It ain't like I'm putting it on the news. I'm putting it out through like social media or let pundits talk about it because a pundit and a journalist are two different things, right? And I'm gonna depend on the haters to spread my propaganda. A man is innocent till proven guilty. That's a fact, fam. That's constitutional law. Why does that should apply to Jake Paul but not Tank Davis? It smash up the likes. That's what's up. Damian Brown. All right. Now you trolling. You hilarious though. I love hilarious trolling though. That's why I fuck with niggas like Damian Brown, bro. You always welcome here, fam. You hilarious. Elian. Boom. Boom. How can you not like a man or woman if if God lives in them? Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. If God lives in us all. Real talk. How can you not like a man or woman if God lives in us all? That's a fact, Slam. That's a fact. WMS. Jake Paul's a Hollywood poster boy. Jake Paul's a billionaire investor, man, in the entertainment media faction, the new media. He's a part of the new media mafia. Real talk. Ben Baker. Showbiz, the adult. Blue Bloods, Dante, Aki, Punch Drunk, Knockout, BBTV. Oh man, I'm not dissing them brothers. I'm not dissing them brothers. They do what I do. I ain't dissing them. I ain't dissing them brothers at all. Cameron Terrell, facts on the road to the riches and diamond rings. Real niggas do real things. Damian Brown ain't letting it go. Damian Brown. Hey, Damian Brown, instead of talking about Tank, tell us what you know about Jake Paul's allegations. Let's talk about Jake Paul's, because he has more than one. Do you give Jake Paul a pass? Talk to us about Dana White. Don't just stay on the brother. Don't just stay on the brother. Talk to us about Dana White, right? How do you put hands on your wife, right? To two slaps and a body slam. How do you do that to your wife on camera in the middle of a club and get a pass? How do you feel about that? Let's talk about people who other people outside of the family who do that shit too. Let's talk about it. What Tank did with the baby mama at the basketball court was nowhere near as crazy as what went down with Dana White. That's not even alleged. That's just on video. I don't gotta say allegedly for that. That's on video. Holler me about somebody who not black. I want to hear your opinion on that. I got you. I got you. Now he's saying deflection. He won't talk about the white man. The white T man gets a pass with this brother. Sad, man. Sad. I feel sorry for you, brother. I feel sorry for you, brother. If that's how you would choose to operate, I feel sorry for you, man. Ben Baker, Dana White is bad for boxing. Yep, yeah. Clifton Dennis, my favorite Haniac. What's good? Clifton Dennis, I ain't mad at the draw. I feel Pitbull won though. I feel Pitbull showed true aggression and he got the knockdown. But I ain't mad at the draw because Lamont did come back on the tail end and like you use the jab effectively, turn him. But I still think Pitbull won that fight. Boom. Yeah, jab queen. Yeah, I think Pitbull did win that fight, but I ain't mad at the draw. And like Lamont should have fought the fight. Like I said, he should have fought the fight. Not Zaire Brooks Multimedia. Not Zaire Brooks Multimedia. The nigga that's faking sick because his youngin got beat up, right? He gets faking sick because his youngin was sucking on ice after the fight. Yeah, Lamont did fight the wrong fight. Like he went there, he really believed the shit he was saying. Like he really thought he could knock him out. He went there trying to knock him out early and paid the price. Crunch time. I feel Roach won that fight. Like I say, that's why I ain't mad at the draw. Because you can argue each side intelligently. You be like, yeah, Pitbull hit him low, taking of the point nullified the knockdown. So I mean, like, you can intelligently argue both sides of that. That's why I'm not mad at the draw. It wasn't a fight where like, oh, he got robbed. It justifies running it back, in my opinion. Like Tank versus Lamont. Lamont got robbed. Lamont Roach got robbed when he fought Tank. Lamont Roach really won that fight. Frank Martin versus Pitbull. Now, I would love to see that, Ben Baker. That's something I would love to see, honestly. Life is good. That's what Zed been putting in those dead people. Got him sick. Drink some milk, Zed. You'll be good in an hour. Ilion, any given Sunday, any given Saturday, Pitbull trashes Martin. Crunch times. Frank slept on for real. That was a spectacular knockout that brother had, man. I was happy to see Frank Martin come back, bounce back after a huge payday. Bounce back from getting knocked out, move up in weight, get a spectacular knockout of the night. Salute to Frank Martin, man. Flint, Michigan's own. Flint, Michigan's own. Frank Martin. Frank the Ghost Martin. Yeah, crunch time. I love to see Frank fight Roach. Like people want to see all the Tank's past opponents fight each other. PBC knew what they were doing. There's money in that. You can't do that with everybody. Frank versus Lamont Roach. Mm. Mm. Yeah. I would love to see that. Frank against Roach. That's actually the fight that need to happen for real. Crunch time said facts. They all his kids. Yeah, Frank against Roach is a good one. Frank against Pitbull. But see, that's what happens when you get spectacular knockouts. Now niggas want to see you. Now niggas want to see you. Elion, Frank versus Keyshawn. That's a damn good fight. That's a damn good fight. We were talking about that earlier, Elion. Yeah. So I had fun kicking it with y'all tonight. I might pull up again later. But yo, peace to everybody in the chat. God bless all y'all, right? And may God bless everything you do. And may everything you do prosper. Peace.